Math and me. We go back a long way, Math and me. Longer than any other relationship I've ever had. Actually, I never knew when I started addressing Math in the masculine form. Maybe it was because for me, he represented the typical male. For one thing, he was able to make me fall in love with him without realizing that there was more to him than his sweet numbers and attractive shapes. My first formal encounter with math was way back in kindergarten, when my teacher taught us the basic rudiments of addition and subtraction with the use of popsicle sticks. I was young, naive, and completely surprised that math could be learned through plain-looking sticks. I fell in love, and that was where it all began. I found out that math could be demanding and tough. God, did I find that out so late? He was with me through my 7 years of grade school and 6 years of high school. Every day when I met him, he had problems and he expected me to solve. And he didn't want me to solve them that easy way. He wanted me to go through them one step at a time, logically and accurately. His constant ranting gave me sleepless nights and ulcers. Friends began to say he was bad for me. Math was very possessive. He wanted my constant attention, which I couldn't possibly give, especially in high school when I began to realize that there were other subjects that were more interesting than him. Sometimes I would ignore him for a night or two in favor of reading history or writing English, and he would make his displeasure quite evident the next day, in the form of a very tough test. As usual, I had no choice but to spend the following nights with him again. When I graduated last April, I said goodbye to two things: high school and math. I never really thought I would see him again because I was under the impression that the course I enrolled in had nothing to do with him. I had fallen prey to the charms of his longtime rival, writing, and he made sure that math would be out of my sight. But I guess even writing forgot another quality of math that's typically male. He was relentless in his pursuit of me. As soon as the semester started, I found out that he had followed me, and we would be seeing each other for a total of 3 hours per week. I didn't know what to think. I came to college to start a new life. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to handle it if he became demanding again. As things turned out, I was wrong. The entire summer when we were apart must have done both of us a lot of good. Math suddenly became more understanding and patient. The problems he gave me were far less difficult than those I encountered in high school. As for me, I found out that I could solve his problems by simply applying all the stuff he taught me before. It looked like we were going back to where we used to be. But when October came and the semester was drawing to a close, I saw my schedule for the next semester and noticed that I would not be seeing math anymore. I thought he was breaking off with me. I was shocked and deeply hurt. After all, we were doing very well together, so why did it have to end this way? I confronted Math about it, and he just smiled and shook his head. He wasn't leaving, he told me. He knew me too well to even consider that he might not be my first love after all, and that deep inside, I belonged to writing. He had already taught me everything I needed to know to get on with life. But he would never leave, he assured me. I would always run into him, he explained, even if I would not be aware of his presence. He would be with me whenever I would compute my grades to find out whether or not I would make it to the honor roll or whenever I would pay my tuition. Even when I am already married, he promised to see me as often as I do my groceries or go shopping. He also enumerated many other instances when I may run into him, and always he assured me that he would never let me down. Up to this day, I still think of Math. True to his word, he visits me sometimes, like when I try to check out how much gas I have on my car, or when I pay for food at the canteen, or like the weekend when I was helping build a doghouse. I realize now, albeit belatedly, that our relationship really wasn't so bad. Math taught me to be logical and systematic in dealing with problems. He taught me to be analytical, not impulsive or careless. He taught me to be patient and do things one step at a time and never stop trying to look for the truth no matter how hard it may seem. In his own quiet way, like some fantastic guy, Math has taken charge of my life. But he has done it in a very positive way, for he has made it better.